NFL 23. And the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They start on the ground with 4 cents.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On second down, 4 cents. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
Taken in at the 22.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then, Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football. You just noted what he did. But how about him being able to get out of the backfield, catch it, and get into the end zone as well?
Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Herbert just beat the play clock. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And out across midfield down to the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards. On the give, this is Harris. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mahomes. Complete to Forsett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Out of the gun, Forsett. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the gut, Forsett. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Again, they run. Again, it's Forsett. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run up the middle now to Forsett. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Feature touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. We'll look to build on things here, 1st and 10.
Herbert off of play action. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Forsell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Shotgun handoff now to Forsell. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, with the first down.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They hand this off to Harris. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Frank Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. A give to Harris. 87 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On first down, this is 4th down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to home and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on first. Again for Sam. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground. Force out again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and get it with Forsyth. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA!
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. On second down, Forsyth.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mahomes firing complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
They'll try to run with 4 in.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easy.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers. And it was thanks